can you see it?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay. Also, you know what? Always every month we have a meetup group. Go there. Okay, make a connection. Okay, that's the why I went there. I found that AI hackathon information. I encouraged my student to go there. Also, I'm looking for the internship opportunity too. But I want to stop here because of the time. So, Brian, now I'll give a chance to you. Okay. Are you ready, Brian?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
hello,
stop
everyone.
this sharing, then give a control to Brian.
Sure. Okay. So hello, everyone. So I'm going to share with you how to navigate the Brightspace course shell. I know there are some of you are continuing students, but we also have many new students this quarter. So I hope this can be a helpful session in terms of navigation. So I'm using the current course shell, the DS620, as an example. So if you go here, then you'll see. So this is the typical page you are going to see. At the top, you have some selections you can make. I think you can go to. There's a course home that directs you to this page, and where you can see the instructor, and where you can find the additional information about syllabus and the others. And you can see there is the contents where which directs you to the navigation, the module page, the team project, syllabus schedule and course team, and you have an assignment where you can go to the assignments, discussion type assignments, and quizzes, multiple choice questions. And you can go to grades to see your grades, right? And also there's a library link, and there's a reading list that shows you where you can find the reading materials, a required textbook and recommended textbooks. And there's a navigation where you can go to the announcements and some list of other things. Okay. So the first thing I want you to from the course, I recommend that you go to the content. You click contents. Then on the left-hand pane, you'll see a lot of selections. And the first thing you'll see will be the academic integrity at CDU, which will be very important. So please go ahead and read our expectation from regarding the academic integrity. And you can also click the Start Your Course here to see kind of the layout of each module page. So there will be an overview, learning objective, or the course objective, and required activities for each module. And then the next one you can go to would be the syllabus, schedule, and course team. Can everybody hear me okay so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, okay. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to stop me. So if you go to the, excuse me, syllabus, schedule, and the course team, excuse me, on the right-hand side, you are going to see the two clickable link. One allows you to download the syllabus. So you can open the syllabus, for example, allows you to open the syllabus and what kind of assignments are there. Course description, learning outcomes, what are the contents that students will learn, you'll learn in this course, the grading information, the details about the assignments and so forth. So you can navigate those through this document. And another document you can see will be the course schedule. So you can see the course schedule from here, and you'll see course schedule will give you the resources that require resources for this class, and by module it'll tell you what topics will be discussed, and the assigned reading, and the assignments that are expected for each week. So for example, in a given module, in this case, you'll see that the modest point would be one assignment, concept debate, Both of these are discussion forum type assignment. We have a hands-on skill, which introduces some technology related skills to the students, and the programming exercises, which is self-explanatory to test your knowledge in terms of technical skills. We also have a knowledge check, which would be multiple choice questions that tests your knowledge from the reading and the lecture. And as you can see, sometimes we have a team project assignments at a given module, depending what module you're in. So as you can see, there are 5 assignments that appear in each module. Modest point, concept debate, all the way to knowledge check. You are going to see that for all 10 modules. And also for the team project, please note that you are going to have the proposal submission that is due in module 3. There will be a progress report of the team project due in module 7. And finally, there will be the team project final report and also the project presentation that is due in module 10. And good news is that the STC courses more or less have the same structure. So if you are in the undergraduate and graduate, you typically have the same structure. And the DIT program has a very similar structure too. So once you get used to the first course, SCDU, that means you know it all about the rest of the courses. Okay, I think I'll just need to hurry. So the course policies, you'll also see that some course policies, especially for the late assignment, I want to give you a heads up. There is a policy related to the late assignment. One bottom line is you need to submit the assignments on time, but live events do happen. In that case, please don't forget to communicate beforehand with the instructor. So that would be a very important information for you. So you can navigate through academic policy and also violation of academic integrity. You can get some more details in this page. And that we have information about the Student Worker Center, how you can contact them if you need any help. There will be information regarding instructor, the student worker who is going to help you with the hands-on skill assignments. And if you need to contact the program manager, then you can find information and the program director and the dean. And these are the typical steps you may, if there's an issue that you need to get resolved and cannot be resolved by the instructor, then these will be the chain of communication you should follow. That is what we recommend. And you can also, so there's a team project tab, which gives you information about the team project. And for this case, in this case, we also have some detailed information for the first phase of the project, which will be the TP01 proposal, which is typically due in module 3. Since all of you are in module 1, I think for most of you, unless you are in the CS 11A or B, you should have team project. And week 1 would be a great chance to look for potential group members for your team project. That applies to undergraduate, graduate, and the DIT program. And finally, the module 1, we can take a look at the module 1 as the navigation. So if you click the module 1, you'll see the module page. It shows the course outcome, core concepts, and what kind of activities are taking place and you're responsible for. If you go to the required reading, you can see what is required for this module. And again, if you want to read this textbook, you can go to the reading list on top and click this one. And you can, for example, if you want to read the chapter 1 of this textbook, then you can click the first link of the textbook, and then you can easily go to this one and go to chapter 1 and start reading, right? The STC does do our best to provide the online textbook that is up to date. So I think in most cases, you should be able to find the textbooks available online. You can download the lecture slides and see what is going on there. There will be student introductory assignment where you can, this is the assignment that is required for module 1. So in this case, you are going to introduce yourself, and also please don't forget to say hello to other students. And another important one would be one requirement would be post a photo of yourself, okay? Since we are in the online learning setting, it is very important to have the photo so that, we have more sense of belongings of building a community. For modest point and concept debate, you just need to go to the discussion board and show the description of the assignment, see the description of the assignments, and it is recommended you also check the rubric before you work on the assignments. And then once you're ready, you can start a thread and post. And then once you post, you should be able to see other students' posts, and you can start engaging with others. Same for the concept debate. HOS, hands-on skill, is a very important assignment because it develops you with the technical skills. So in this case, we have HOS 001, 00, which shows some required installations. You can navigate through them. And if you go to hands-on skill 1, this is where you can actually download the documents for the HOS. If you click the hands-on skill GitHub Classroom link, and then you can actually go to the site and you can start downloading the documents. Let's see if it works. View raw, and once you download the document, you can go over them and start working on the document, working on the programming assignments. Again, if you have any problems, have any difficulties, you can ask for help from the student workers, and they'll be available through the MS Teams. All the students in this course are also added to the in the MS Teams. For example, we have DS 620. DS 620 in is here, and yeah, let's see. There are quite a lot of courses that we are offering. Let's see. Yeah, DS620 on. So if you go in here, and you'll see the student workers are also student worker. Yogesh is there, instructor is there, I am there, program manager, dean, and other people are there. So we'll be able to assist you if assist you for any support you have. So hands-on skill B is a multiple choice questions. So once you complete the hands-on skill 1A, you can work on them. And similarly for the programming exercise, you can go in there and you click the instruction to download the documents and see what kind of what is the requirement for the programming exercise. Yeah, programming exercise. You can go over them, start working on them, and once you are done, you can upload the documents. For example, you can upload the documents using this button and submit the documents. Submit the assignment, and please don't forget to check the rubric for your grade. And finally, we have the knowledge check. Yeah, basically, this is how you should navigate through the Brightspace. And I hope this gives you a bit of better understanding of how to navigate through the Brightspace. But I'll be happy to help if you have any questions. And student workers are there in the MS Teams course channel. So please utilize this opportunity to connect and get help from the student workers. Is there any questions I can answer for you?
Any question? Okay, so let's move to the Morgan.
Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, there's
Thank
one
you.
question. I think there was a
Oh,
question online.
Yeah, Mr. Brian, like I just have a question. So like as we're doing on the hands-on skill part, is it like automatically graded as we go on? Or like how is it like graded? Is like instructor get on it and grade? Like how does it work?
That's a great question. So these hands-on skill will be are not automatically graded. These are reviewed and then graded, and you'll see the grades in the price space.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so you're going to run the computer. So we get to go to the next one. So just out of curiosity, how many of you in this room and online are working and going to school? Working and going. Tatiana's working and going to school. Okay. Nobody else online. What about online? Bob is, yeah. Okay, well, our student workers are working. Okay, so I'm here to talk to you about activities. And this is where you bridge from your academic career to your professional career. So that's one of the things that we're very proud of. Would you go to the next slide? Okay, so one of the things that we get it again, we have a series of invited talks, excuse me. And we have industry professionals. Now this quarter, we're going to have, in addition to the two speakers that Sam was talking about, we're going to have a panel of 3 of my former student workers. They happen to all be women, and right now they happen to all be working in cybersecurity, although one of them is a CS graduate. So we have invited speakers that come in week 3, 5, and 8. And it's online usually. Every once in a while, we'll have a hybrid. Go back. These are generally people who are top-notch in their field. And a number of them are actually working for us or on our board. However, you have a say in who you want to meet. So if you find a professional out there that you would like to connect with, and I know Lakshmipathy has done that, Jonathan has done that, you bring in those industry professionals. I mean, very important people. Joanne was somebody that Lakshmipathy met online through LinkedIn. And you're going to learn these techniques here by getting involved in our clubs. Why is this important? Because in addition to going to school and to class, you need more to succeed. And every one of your instructors is a hiring manager. They are professionals. Ask them what they look for. Because last night in Cybersecurity Club, we had one person who said, I get 25 resumes from the local community college and they all look alike. All they have is school. But that one student that's involved in clubs, hopefully more of you than that, or has had an internship, volunteer work, done research, that's the person I hire. So we make this available to you. Use these contacts, and that's where the calendar comes in. Get to know your platform. And by the way, put that picture there so we recognize you. Sometimes it doesn't always help, but so we keep our calendar more or less up to date. If there are activities like Northwest Tech, we're going to encourage you to get out and network. Now, if you're not here in the Seattle area, let us know where you are. We'll help you locate meetups, or we'll teach you how to locate meetups so you can incorporate these activities into your studies. Next slide. Okay. Now, the Applied Research Symposium. Ideally, every person who graduates from STC should be doing one of these if they have a quality presentation. They're recorded, aren't they, Kina? And they're posted on the website. This is your capstone. Now, everyone in this room is at the beginning, almost at the beginning, of their career with STC. Start going to these capstones. See what your fellow students are producing, because they can be using these for interviews. If they say, well, what have you learned? You can say, well, here's my YouTube. You can go there. That's an activity that we provide to you, because it's not just about going to school, it's about getting a career. Okay, We also have our internal communication. We put out the bite. We're holding, it's on the website, but we also put it in LinkedIn. And this tells you what's going on. We used to write a whole lot of things and we found out you don't have time to read it. So we just tell you about the scholarships, opportunities, volunteer opportunities, key things. And usually we have a comic. Everybody loves the comic. I don't know why, but they do. So you can also contribute to the bite. But what we also do is we post it on our LinkedIn. How many of you have a LinkedIn profile? Raise your hands online too. Can't see it very well, can we? Okay, this is how professionals find you and what they're looking for. If you hit a couple more, you'll see. We've got clubs. Now, one of the things that's, let's go back. One of the things that's really distinguishing about your time here is getting involved in a club. Every club has a different personality. If you go to tech clubs, you are going to present. They do. Are you doing 2 or 3 presentations in a week? You have a chance to present, and your ability to present is especially important. The reason for this is what you're going to be doing for interviews. If you're working on teams, this is what hiring managers are looking for. Everybody here should have strong technical skills. And if you can't communicate them, you're not going to get hired. It's just that simple. So we're giving you every opportunity to get involved and participate. We've got a Google Club when somebody steps up for leadership. I mentioned cybersecurity clubs. Now, how many cybersecurity people do we have in the room? Okay, because you're my TA, right? Why didn't everybody raise their hand? You think cybersecurity is just about cybersecurity? What about software? How many of you are writing software? Are you writing software? Is it secure? Does it have malicious code buried in it? Are you a threat to somebody who uses your code? You should be doing security. It might be software security, data security. AI is changing the world. Security is something we should all be involved in. So I want you to think about being secure with all of the work that you do. We have women in cybersecurity. By the way, men can join. You just can't hold an office. And cybersecurity has a growth rate of about 13 or 14% right now. So even if you're doing computer science, don't hesitate to learn about security. Even cloud, how many of you are doing cloud? We don't have a cloud club to. Okay. Shingo, you're doing cloud. Okay. So we have a data science club. Next slide. What we really want to do is we want to talk about competitions. All right, you heard that our Cracker Jack team, first time in competing, right? 3rd place. So when you go into an interview and they say, okay, so tell me what you've done besides go to class. What are you going to say? Well, I participated in an AI hackathon. I got involved in the Kaggle for data science, National Cyber League, anybody can do. We do tabletop exercises, which are simulations of what's going to happen when at 3 o'clock in the morning, you get a call from somebody and it says, the server's gone down, we've been ransomwared, somebody's got problems with their software. You need to have to know how to do this. These are all professional development activities. This is what you use when you go on an interview, and you can tell them what you've done that's above and beyond other people that just go to class. And the beauty of this is that we make this available to you, and we do it online. We even record our club sessions most of the time. You can participate. We've had people who are participating while their children were playing soccer. They sat in the car on their phone and participated in club. What we want to do is help you to demonstrate your critical power skills. Now, in the old world, they used to call them your soft skills. You know, see, some of you are going, yeah. No, we're calling them critical. The reason they're critical is I've talked to hiring managers and I've seen the smartest of the smart people not get hired. not get promoted because they didn't know how to talk to people. They could not work in teams. They didn't have the right kind of thinking skills. They didn't understand how to adapt to the culture of the organization they were in. And so we make all of these opportunities available to you outside of class in a hybrid situation. So it doesn't matter if you're calling in from the East Coast. We've got one very active student who happens to live in Ghana right now. And all of this is available to you. Please, please take advantage of it, because these are the things that are going to make the difference in your success. One other thing I'm going to mention, because I think this is my last slide. Oh, communications. All right, we'll skip that one. Okay. We have office hours. All the faculty has office hours. And you know what I've been doing? I'm the program manager. So I call my faculty to find out what's going on, because we can talk. Why can we talk? Because none of the students have shown up. Now, you may understand everything that's going on. Do you know that that person could provide you information about a job? In fact, one of my student workers was looking at a consulting job, had a secure job, wasn't going anywhere in the job, called one of her former professors who works at that company and said, should I take that consulting job? And he said, absolutely not, because we're not going to be hiring. If you think that's your way in, don't do it. She listened to him. They opened up a position in cybersecurity engineer position. Now, Mary, who is going to be on our panel this quarter, was a computer science major, but she TA'd for me. So she knew cybersecurity. She took the job and got a 25% raise. Yeah. Okay. Well, she would have never gotten there if she had left the company, but she had a relationship with her faculty member. Every one of you has the ability to develop that type of relationship. So you're going to learn things here. And one of the things that's really great about CityU is that, yeah, we have lectures, but we have hands-on skills. We do labs. We offer you the active learning that a lot of schools are not doing. And you get all of that so that you can learn with your head in your hands. But if you really want to put your heart into what you're doing, go the extra mile and get involved outside of class. Build your career. We will show you how. And then we want you to use your LinkedIn, because that's how they find you. And we'll even do some workshops on LinkedIn. And then what you do is you read about it. If you're doing something here, post it. I'm not the best social media person here. Kina will coach you. Sorry, she's great. She's really good at this. So get the word out and people will start coming to you and looking at getting job. You know, they'll find you. You have an open for work on your profile. Even if you don't have that and you've got a job, but you've got an active LinkedIn, people will find you. Sam, I probably get 4 jobs sent to me a week. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I love it here, but my profile is active, and that's what we want for everyone here. Now, what questions does anyone have about your activities?
Yeah, I have a comment. Like, I think my LinkedIn is good because like, I only start build my LinkedIn when I start studying STC, and it's the like two quarter, right? And I mean, like yesterday I get like the message from a guy from Microsoft, and he told me like, okay, yeah, if you wanna refer, if you want when you have internship, you have internship, if you wanna prefer, can refer you. And Microsoft, yeah,
you build these relationships. Yeah. Okay, I know that a lot of people here, just by nature of the fact that you're in technology, you're probably an introvert. Okay, we use the World of Work inventory. I hope you're taking this assessment. You can do coaching. Tatiana, you found it useful?
Yeah.
Yeah, you learn about yourself. You learn about how to talk about your strengths, and you learn how to sell yourself into the right job. Well, most schools that I've worked at, they tack that on at the end. Build it into your program. So please, please take advantage of it. Who's the next victim?
Thank you, Morgan, but we have the time.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Michael, you are the next one. Thank you, Morgan. Yes, we'll take a little longer because we are speakers here. Yes, also everybody collect some food here, whatever you want to go ahead.
Thanks.
Just have to eat it too.
Uploading. Just on track. Okay.
Pick up.
Let me share something.
All right. I'm Michael Amon, just to remind you who I am. Okay, and I'm the newest faculty member to the team here, and I come from industry. Okay, spent 30+ years in industry, and several of my last jobs, I was the hiring manager. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little tip here today. What we're doing here within this program is we're trying to insert industry certifications into our classes. Okay, you already heard about one was successful. We have another course right now that's ongoing that's for Linux Plus. Okay, where we've contracted with Contiva. We've got their book, we've got their labs, and we got one discounted seat to the student to go take a test at the end. Now, obviously, it's up to the student to, brush their skills up to get ready for the exam, but we give you an opportunity to go get the certifications before you actually leave the university here. Now, you kind of see some of the other badges that are up there that we're working on as far as trying to get them incorporated into our program. Okay, but let me give you a little story of some of the examples of why I think it's important to you. Okay, think about me as a hiring manager. Okay, and I have 50 resumes sitting on my desk. How many resumes am I going to take the time to take a look at? Okay, I got 50 of them. What's my average time of looking at a resume? 15 seconds. Okay. On 15 seconds, I'm looking for key things. You have a degree? Yeah. Okay, there goes half my list. Do you have experience? Some do. There goes another, let's say 10. How many certifications do you have? 0? Just like those side. Now I've got 10 left. You have 2 certs. Oh, that's interesting. Now you made the interview full. Okay, what did I just do? In 15 seconds, I sorted everybody out by experience, by education, and industry certifications. Now, the question always comes to me is, Mr. Lehman, which certs do I want to go after? And that's a good question. It's a very valid question, because if you go do a search on the internet right now for industry certifications, you'll get bombarded with those results from that search. Okay, so you have to be very careful of which search you're looking for. Now, I just came from San Diego. Okay, I spent about 20 years in San Diego. And I can tell you for a fact, if you didn't have Security Plus, Network Plus, or A Plus, at least one of those, you couldn't even apply for the job. Okay, you're instantly, put to the side. So it's very important that we give that opportunity to the students to at least, have an opportunity to get a certification or 2 in our program on there. And that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to incorporate those certifications into our classes. We're trying to get the discounts for the sitting down and taking the exam, challenging the exam. Okay, but those are the kind of things we're offering at this school, which I don't think is being offered at too many other schools. Now, I know Victoria came to me during the other end. Yeah, I remember it. She came up here and asked me specifically what courses was she going to take that was going to offer her certification opportunities. Okay, she was right on target. She knew exactly where she was headed to. She asked very, very good, intelligent questions on there. So you need to be thinking, if you haven't thought about this yet, you need to think about, okay, where are you going into your career path right now? Okay, you're starting out in school, getting an education. Why do we get the education? Better opportunities. You got the education, what's the next step? Remember, you're in a very competitive field. Okay, what stands you out compared to the person standing next to you? Okay, you already heard from Morgan, one of the tips and keys to get involved. Okay, that's one. But this is a very important one too. Don't discount. Okay. Any questions?
What are some of the ones we should go for? Or I guess like just all these? Okay,
This is the ones I'm targeting.
okay.
Okay,
Certified ethical, CCSK, do you have CCSK up there?
okay. So this is one hiring manager's opinion, what I'm looking for. Now, obviously, next hiring manager might be looking something a little different, but again, look at the key is when you're looking at the job announcement. Okay, they'll talk about for higher paying jobs, they'll talk about certifications and they'll call out specific ones. Okay, so as you start to look around right now, as possible future employment opportunities, take a look at those advertisements now. You can kind of target says, if I want to do this kind of a job, maybe I need to have a security plus, or maybe I need to have maybe the certified ethical hacking one. Okay, and this guy is not easy. Okay. I've had one student that did pass it, and he passed it on the first time, and he came back and said that was a really, really tough exam. Okay, but it is possible. You can do it. Okay, with enough practice, enough study. Okay, these are all attainable. Good question. Though. What other questions?
Okay. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, see, I bought some time back.
I'm gonna be able to leave a 5:45 because of a class, so single, we should be ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine will be quick. Because I didn't have much time to
Take
prepare,
it 10 minutes.
to be
and
honest.
we can finish. Yes.
How's it going, everybody? My name's Shingo. I'm still a student. I'm not special. I don't know if I'm qualified to talk or give it, share my thoughts here, but Sam asked me to, so here I am. Here's my presentation. So, who I am, my name is Shingo. I'm from Japan, with F1 visa. I'm a master's student, computer science student. This is my last quarter. I'm taking my capstone class. So undergraduate majors, I went to University of Oregon. I majored in general science, so it had nothing to do with computer science. A lot of biology, physics, all that kind of stuff. And then after graduating, I worked in Tokyo for a little bit, and then I came here. So the reason why I came to CDU, one of it was I want to learn computer science. I looked around a lot of like boot camps and all that too, but CDU made the most sense to me. Anybody could kind of, well, if you have a bachelor degree somewhere, you can kind of go here. And yeah, I was like, oh, I can get in. So I'm like, I joined really. Yeah. So I got a job offer 2 months ago, and that's probably why I'm speaking here. It's called a company called Daikin. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I'm working as a software engineer. I will be working as a software engineer. I'll be working on mobile app development. Okay, so this was a question that he asked me, and there's so experiences at CDU. What things did I enjoy? I enjoyed all my courses, and internship. So I did do an internship. I did take an internship course about last year. It was for a nonprofit organization. I think it was one of the biggest reasons why I got a job offer earlier. During the interview, like they ask you a lot of questions. Maybe not a lot of lead code questions, but about yourself and I talked about this internship or experience, and then it's not a big name. It's not like Amazon, Microsoft, Google. It's not those kind of internships, but this internship was a nonprofit organization. It was non-paid, so it struck them my initiatives, right? Like me, not it's outside of school. I mean, yeah, I got credits, but not getting paid, but for like a better and better future, better for the people and all that kind of stuff. So that was attractive to them. It wasn't really like what I did, but it was more like why I did it. And then like I went out of my way to spend my hours, stuff like that. So I think internship, I highly recommend. And then, yeah, it doesn't have to be a big name, right? It just, why you do it kind of matters more to some people. So I think that's important. Student clubs, I was running Google, I forget the name of it. Google's developer student clubs. Yes. I didn't get to host many events, but I'm hoping to help this spring as well. But again, that's that. If your resume is looking empty-ish, you should join clubs and then get involved. That way you can meet a lot of people, have stories to talk about during interviews. Research groups, I was joining Sam's research group. The reason why was during one of these orientations, there's a guest speaker called named Kim. She now works at Adobe as a software engineer. I reached out to her after this kind of event, and then she said, "Yeah, you should join a club, especially Sam's. Not especially Sam's, but he's just saying like you should definitely join one because these connections kind of matter. It's more than a club. I feel like it's more of like a mentorship. It's like getting a mentor for pretty much free, right? Like you're paying a lot of money for this school, and then yeah, you're paying for classes, but also you can get a lot more out of this. And I think this school is small for a good reason, because like Morgan said, it's like hands-on. So like if you ask for more, you get more kind of things. So I definitely highly recommend joining these research groups. Conference, yeah, I've been to conference in Dallas with Sam as well for this research group. Purpose publications, same thing with the conference. Meetups, hackathons, yeah, I joined NASA hackathon. I think there's one in November or something. You should definitely join. Certifications, I got AWS Architect Solutions Associate. So that has it's a certification. Yes. So that's kind of my experiences. Recommendations, going back to it, clubs, internships, and then do more than just school. I think those two just kind of said it all, but I feel like today's world, everybody has bachelor's degrees, doctors, not much doctors maybe, but bachelor's, master's degrees. So like you're just one of maybe millions. And then how can you stand out is I think your initiatives and then doing a lot of activities. So I went to a lot of events. There are a lot of the meetups. If you Google meetups, and then there's so many software engineer related, IT related events, and especially in Seattle and Bellevue area. There are a lot of like lead code, data structure, study groups. There are like Google's, there's AWS, even AWS hosts a lot of like workshops. So I went to a lot of those. To me, I think on a paper wise, I have nothing special at all, but I wanted to make personal connections like face to face. And I feel like that way I could have sold myself more, and then maybe they might have some job openings or something. I was kind of hoping for that. And then I went to a lot of like in-person events. So I highly recommend. Also make connections. So like I said, I'm from Japan, and what strategy that I had was like, find those like your local community connections. So I was looking for like some sort of like Japanese community in Seattle or in Washington area. So obviously in the IT related field as well. So what does that, so I feel like those connections is more special than just a connections with just random people. They would kind of like you more, if that makes sense. You know, like, oh, you're from Japan, like, oh, you're in IT, studying IT. You know, I feel like that could lead to a lot more opportunities, like more connections and then whatnot. And that's kind of why, so Daikin is a Japanese company, and then that was kind of my route to get that job. So like studying leak code or data structures for hours, I think that's important, but also maybe use 2 hours of that to go to in-person network events or workshops or something. I feel like that could be as valuable, if not more. In my opinion, I think that's more valuable. So that is it. Thank you for listening.
Question and answer. What are those things? Why did you?
Oh, okay. So I am president of Google's Developer Student Club. Such a long name. But they sent me these packages, and then I wanted to share with you guys. So please take one, and hoping to host events that would be beneficial for our students to develop skills. So we don't know when the next event will be, but if you're interested, please join. And then today, please take 1, 2, 3 items out of here.
Can I take only one or can I take everything? Take one.
Take one. Just take one for now. I don't know.
That's it.
No fighting, please.
There's no
Hey,
perfect.
I'm sorry about that. Okay.
What is
Sorry.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You
Yes, you're gonna finish.
A lot of notebooks.
You have legs.
I'm pardoned.
What's this? I don't know what this is.
This for here, phone.
Okay.
We figure out it's for phone.
This song.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's for phone.
okay.
Yeah, it's for.
Okay, also you can connect the link.
Hey, man, are you? You took the didn't you?
I'm so sorry.
Thank you, my
Sorry.
friend. You're welcome.
Home set. Yeah.
All night, you just say bye-bye, then we can.
You can say bye-bye to you. Look at
Hey. Bye-bye, thank you for coming. Okay, next week we have an invite to the talk. See you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah, thank you very much today. Online and offline.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, meet each other next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
I got a call like Saturday evening.
Okay.
Nice, very.